Good evening, traders. 9th of November. It's a little follow-up for you guys from yesterday's video, and this is a extremely uh, interesting close. You can see, once again, we closed directly on a trend line, and for the most part, today's session tried to hold the 200, and that's your number. That's the area that this market probably has to get back above and hold if there's any hope for a possible breakout up into around upper 38s, about mid 38.50. That would be the breakout number. It's Thursday and Friday coming up, end of the week. More often than not, they hold it up. If they can't and they roll into the weekend, it can get really ugly if we can't hold some of these lows. So obviously, this probably had a little bit more to do with tomorrow's CPI and core inflation rate numbers, and people are obviously just completely nervous with that. I don't know what to expect, or does nor does many other traders as well. I'm not even going to begin to speculate if the number comes in great or if it doesn't. I just don't know how this market's going to react to it. At the end of the day, there's just a lot of negative news. There's definitely a lot of talk. There's a lot of these big companies are are pulling back, the overall value of the S&P or what their expectations are, and you know there's something on the horizon. But at the end of the day, let's see what they want to do with it, and you're gonna have to pay attention to it. I mean, the way I see it, if you get a gap lower tomorrow and it holds, and specifically these right here are the pivots. This would be S1, which is a support one. Obviously, uh, right here, magenta dot, that's your pivot. That'd be your daily pivot. So you could see price could easily hold this 37.87 area, which is just below the 2 and the 9 and the 18. I believe that's what those are right there. Uh, Maybe I might be wrong, but let's take a look. Yeah, there's the 100. I don't know what's up. Then there's it. Well, my mistake. The 200 is way up here. Nonetheless, these are the keys. This must be that's the 18 and 90, 18, and obviously your 50 is all the way down here. I didn't even realize the 200 was all the way up there. Anyway, this is what you want to pay attention to, and you're going to want to see where we come, whether or not we test these lows, which would be these two lows right down here that the market held. Obviously, I think 3,700 is your big number, period. That was exactly your 50% retracement from uh, 35, 39, 37, 43, 43, 35, 800, 50, 39. You can just see the significance of those 50% retracements. 3,700 is a support level to worry about if, in fact, we don't hold up and the number is really bad. So 730, you want to pay attention to that. What they do overnight, I want to get involved with. I'm not sure how they're going to play it. I think they'll be a little skeptical, but that was not a great close. But maybe that was expected for now. But they're still they're still holding on. If they can hold this little area down in here, it's possible. If they can bring it up, it's not where the market opens, it's going to be where it ends. So that's really the most significant thing. And if they can get them back up into these MAs, and by the end of the day, and I'd have to say there's a little hope rolling into December, and maybe we'll get one more run up into the close at the end of the year. Maybe they want to mark it up just to maybe get these fund managers some type of relevance and some respect back a little bit after this huge bear market. So, you know what? I don't know. We're just gonna have to wait and see. So this is kind of your today's session. It's an inside day. There wasn't a lot going on until they basically gave back these MAs, which was around 37.94, between 94 and 90. That's where they were this morning, and they held up until about noontime. And then once they went through it, they caved and just caved. In the last hour and a half was just everybody dumping. Nobody wanted it, part of it. So right now you can see we're closing underneath. We're opening um, just below the trend line at 37.57. So let it feel. Let's see what they do overnight. Like I said, if they jam them overnight, more often than not, value players come in to kick it back in, back to the gap fill. But I don't know where they're going to go. They might hold them up overnight, and they might push them up into here. And like I said, 38.50 is the ultimate resistance for the next 2 days. Like I said, you're in this flag, and it's setting up more as a bear flag. But if it holds, we'll see. Anyway, that's today's session. That's your follow up from yesterday. Once again, pay attention to your pivots, and the moving averages are the key in terms of how they're going to play price, at least the big money. And like today, they caved. They caved in, and I think everybody started getting nervous and jumped on it, and they puked them into the close. So we'll see where the follow through is going to come tomorrow. It's going to be a super big day. This number is very big, no matter what. It could mean nothing in the scheme of things, but the traders, it could be enough. It gives them reason to jump it and anticipate another Fed change. Be careful. Let the market dictate. Don't have too many opinions. Just take your trades in as a confirmation as you get it. Anyway, have a great night. MR Strategies. Be good, traders.